Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Hang
All
on.
Mike's fault.
Yeah, we had some issue. Are we live? I think we are.
You
Man,
didn't have issues. I signed in
I
perfectly.
had some issues. That's right. For some reason, the camera and the audio just would not turn on through StreamYard. I had to delete them in Microsoft Windows
Delete
and then
them.
allow them again through the Chrome browser.
Delete them. You clicked and you clicked and you clicked and you were resilient and you had. It's much like if you fail boots on the ground. You just made it happen. That's all.
Yeah, very strange. Almost as if somebody went live earlier and changed something. That's interesting. I don't know. I can't prove it though. Might have to have a forensic accountant come in here and check things. Yes, Randy.
Blah blah blah.
Actually, you know it, Randy. That's what we're going to talk about. But we're only going to talk about that for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to go to the Beacon Star because this is. Oh, this isn't my Beacon Star T-shirt because I don't know where my Beacon Star T-shirt is. You might know where it is there, K-Pro. I didn't see it in my closet, so didn't you
You
wear
know
it?
what? Okay, so I'm going to be really clear.
Mm-hmm.
When I wear a t-shirt out
Mm-hmm.
in the world, I feel like it needs to fit me and I feel good about it. When
Right.
I am going to bed and I'm jumping out of the shower and I just need a big oversized t-shirt that I love,
Right.
I might go into your closet and I think that's my right as a wife.
Right. Well, just
Right.
put it back though. So you're saying, okay, I just didn't see it, so I have to figure that out. Anyway, hey, Beaconeers, Beaconeers. That's a good name. Treasure Hunt Cash, the Beaconeers. So yeah, I forgot about this little gem that I've had in the air for a while. And this could fit for Beacon Star with the cipher wheel, right? Try the wheel, maybe.
I don't know. You know what? I heard that Randy went live in the middle of the night and completely broke loose Beacon Star. That's all I know.
That's pretty. I think he made the most important hint video yet, and we're going to talk about that on this very podcast or
I'm
video.
excited. Somehow it's going to make sense. And
Did
he's
you even
like
watch it,
dates and a
bro?
dash and a, I don't know. You know, when you're sitting in an advanced physics class and you go, I know they're saying something profound. I just don't know what it is. That's what I felt like when Brian Poppelman was in there and you were in there going, I see what you're saying. And I was thinking, I have no idea what you're saying. But
I am
okay.
all about that Kia Solomon, man. He wants it solved right now. And
Yeah.
Randy's like, yeah, I don't remember. That was pretty funny when there was that live show. It's like, yeah, I don't know. But it's just
Well, you know what? It's
oh,
just like somebody asked me,
like Easter Island.
can you give me the details of when Forrest said to you about Nez Per's or when he said to you about, and it's like, I kind of remember, but not a lot. That's how he felt with the Kia Solomon because he's like, it's so far back and it's in his past, but it's not for some people, Randy. People have feelings, Randy. You need to care about their feelings, Randy, if that's your real name, Star Thinker.
There's Brian. So here's one for you, Randy. Do you watch Truth Seekers on YouTube? Truth Seekers. Guy looks like Marilyn Manson. He interviewed Whitley Strieber today live. So little UFO action for you there. Anyway, let's get into the door problem. Me and K-Pro talked about this a couple weeks ago. So I just saw a random video pop up on YouTube, and you're right, it is the Monty Hall problem, Randy. And I just didn't get it. And when the things like that, when somebody tells me this is the way it is, and I'm like, but that doesn't make sense to me. I have to keep going
Okay.
over it until I figure it out, and then it
Can
makes
I
sense. Now
can
it
I
makes sense.
can I
Yeah.
say something?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like the worst teacher in the world because I teach statistics. And
But
when you threw it out at me and then you said that and I was like, okay, it's WLL or heads, tails, tails. It's heads, tails. And if
but
you
the way we
change
did
it,
it was incorrect. I
no,
didn't give you all the information though. Go
okay.
ahead.
No, I was trying to talk. It's okay. You keep going. I'm just here.
But it's not heads, tails, tails. That's what I'm trying to say is that I formulated the problem in the wrong way when we talked about it,
Okay.
which is why the reason I didn't get it, I think. But feel free to weigh in, honey, when you need to.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah. So what does that have to do with the Beacon Star? Nothing at all. Other than there's doors involved in the Beacon Star's doors. Get it? But we're going to talk about this problem first. Then we're going to transition over to the Beacon Star. So who remembers Monty Hall? Anybody? Do you remember Monty Hall, K-Pro?
No.
You're too young. Yeah, I don't even remember Monty Hall. I mean, I know who it is, but I don't remember the show or anything. This guy, Monty Hall, used to have a game show, right? Back, I think it started in the 60s, and I think through the 70s, and I even think there's a Let's Make a Deal now, but game show is called Let's Make a Deal, Monty Hall. And the deal with this guy is he would give contestants three doors, right? Boom, right there. You'd have door number 1, door number 2, number 3, and the contestant got to pick a door, right? And what's the chance? If you have 3 doors, here's where your statistics come in, K-Pro. If you have 3 doors and I have to pick one, what are my odds of picking the right one?
Oh, this is advanced statistics. 33 and a third percent.
Right, 33%. So it's 1/3.
That's
I have 1/3
advanced. You know what? You need to go to 16 years of college to answer that question. I just wanted
Right.
to.
Uh-huh. Well, maybe you can tell me why everybody had it wrong then, because let me go over it, and I'll give you the right parameters and why it makes sense. No, I'm talking about 1/3, but here were the rules, guys. There were 3 doors, right? And Monty Hall would say, behind one of these doors is a brand new car. And to make it a little bit easier here, I did it this way. Behind one of these doors, A, B, or C, there's a brand new car. Behind the other 2 doors, there's a goat. The goat's like the whammy. The goat's like the X on Family Feud, or the whammy, or the whatever. It just means you lose, right? 3 doors.
I've owned a goat, and a goat is not like, I mean, a goat is more like a car.
Yeah.
A goat is lovely. I'm just going to tell you, a goat is lovely.
I wonder why they picked the goat for the show. I'm not sure.
Because a goat's seen as a negative, but a goat is so lovely. I'm sorry. A goat's lovely.
Hang on.
That's a story for another day.
There it is. So they would say, hey, a goat. Zonk? Was that the noise? Zoinks? Zonks? I don't know. So there's 3 doors. 3 doors, right?
Yeah.
And you get to pick a door. You're trying to win a car. You have a 1 in 3 chance of winning a car. But here's the catch, and this is what I had wrong, K-Pro, when we talked about it. Monty Hall, so let's say you pick A, B, or C, K-Pro. You pick it. With the cars behind you. You pick A. Okay. Monty Hall would then eliminate B or C. And they would open that door, and he would always, this is the rule, he would always have to eliminate one that had a goat. So let's say he eliminates C, and they open the door, and that's a goat. So that means the car was behind A or B. We still don't know yet, right? Now, the question that Monty Hall would tell the contestants is, do you want to switch to the other door, or do you want to keep your original answer? What would you do, K-Pro?
I would cheat and say, change it.
Change it. Yes, you should change it. Now, after he shows you that there is a goat behind C, what are the odds that you are correct between A or between B?
I don't know. Tell me more.
Well, everybody thought it was still 50-50. If I have a 1 in 3 chance and I pick one of A,
no, because wrong, wrong. You would be wrong then, and you're more likely to be right than wrong. Just like tails is less likely than tails heads. So you would change it, because the first time, if you were wrong, okay, keep going.
You're right. You always switch. You always have a better chance of winning. It doesn't mean you will win if you switch. It means you have a better chance of winning if you switch. Every time you should switch. Okay. And it seems to me like when you eliminate C, it's 50-50 chance. You have if it's A or B, you have a 50-50 chance.
No, because of your previous one, just like on roulette.
Well, I don't know if it's not the same as roulette. I don't think.
Totally the same as roulette. I'll tell you that on the next show.
As roulette, because the roulette is totally random. The reason this is not totally random is because he has to open a door where there is not a goat, where there is not the car. There always has to be a goat. So here's the story. Here's the backstory, and this is how I came across it on YouTube. Monty Hall, pick a door. There's a car. You pick a door. He eliminates one of the other doors that does not have the car and says, do you want to switch or do you want to keep it? There was a lady that came out in the 80s. I believe this was early 80s. It might have been late 80s, somewhere around there. And her name was Marilyn Van Sant, right?
Marilyn Van Sant.
Marilyn Van Sant was a very smart person. She had a very high IQ. If this is to be believed, she was one of the smartest people in the world with an IQ of 228. Okay. She wrote a paper and she said, you always switch. It is mathematically advantageous to always switch. And a lot of people made fun of her because she put this in some paper in the U.S. back in the late 80s. And there were mathematicians that really slammed her. They said the choice, if you take away one of the 3 choices, the choice is then 50-50. And it doesn't matter if you pick A or you switch and pick B. It's 50-50. And she said, no, it's not. You should always switch. And I mean, they really thrashed her in the press. I remember one that stood out is there was a mathematician, PhD, that said, the mathematical illiteracy in this country is what it is because of people like you. I mean, they really slammed her. And she actually wrote a paper with the math and proved to them that she is correct. They are wrong. It is not 50-50. You always switch, and you have a better chance to be right if you switch. Now, me just seeing this on YouTube, I was trying to understand, why is it not 50-50?
Yeah, understand. That's where you got to explain it. Be a teacher. Come on,
Yeah,
roll it out. Do it.
What's up, Nora? Yeah, that's right.
And Marilyn is my mom's name, so yeah.
And it's interesting that Savant is her last name, because Savant is usually like somebody that's like a teacher or highly knowledgeable, etc. But it's a coincidence. That's her last name. But I was trying to understand, without getting into the math. This is a probability tree, I guess is how you figure this out. Yes. The math is probability, right? Yes. I'm not going to go into all that, but I was just trying to thought experiment. Why do you switch? Like, why does it make more sense? And this is what finally did it for me. So this was on YouTube. Somebody explained it this way, and I went, oh, now it makes sense.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's what I said. I went, oh, now it makes sense.
Wait. Did you go, oh, wow.
What if it wasn't 3 doors? What if there were 1 million doors? There's 1 million doors, just like in Monsters Incorporated. Right here, there's 1 million doors.
1 million doors.
And behind one of them is a car. And you, K-Pro, you pick 1 door out of 1 million. What? Think of it like the lottery. You pick 1 door out of 1 million. So what are your chances of winning if you picked 1 door out of 1 million?
1 in a million.
1 in a million. That's right. But what if the person who's running the show, who knows where the car is, by the way, he eliminates every other door except for your choice and 1 other choice. So now you went from 1 million down to 2 doors. Your original choice and the other choice. And the car has to be between one or the other. Well, obviously you would switch, right? Because if you don't switch, you're saying that I picked the right door out of 1 out of 1 million. Well, that's a very bad odds. 1 out of 1 million. But if you pick the other door, you've got all the other probability, because he has to leave a door where the car is. The door is either behind your door or it's behind the other door. And once I heard that, I went, now it makes sense. And it's the exact same math with 3 doors. There's 3 doors.
There's 3 doors or 1 million doors. If it's he has to eliminate the one without or with the goat. Yes, I get it. I'm there. You and I'm there, boo. I'm there, boo.
I don't know about calculus, Sassy. Maybe. I know it's probability. I have no idea. I don't really know calculus.
I think it's more analytical geometry, but I don't know. I don't know. No, it's statistics.
It's statistics. It's probability math, right?
It's probability. Yeah.
We should ask Marilyn to solve the beacon star. That's true. Maybe I'll send her one if she's still alive. But does that make sense to everybody? If you have 1 million doors and I pick 1 door, that's my choice, and somebody eliminates every other door but 1, and says, now it's either between your door or this 1 door, always pick the other door, because that was all the other choices condensed down to 1.
So can I put a little commentary in?
Mm-hmm.
So just because 3D Braun says you better get your crutch, this is exactly what I mean.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yep. So this is where I chime in and say, just like when I watch the news, I have to watch crappy negative stuff, just like a lot of the YouTube channels. When I think of enjoyment outside of my work, I have to do statistical probability and all that. Not enjoyable. So that's where I turn and say, if I enjoy a treasure hunt, it's going to be more imagination. Do you understand why that is not as exciting for someone like me to go, oh, I'm so excited when I count 17,000 words or probability? That's the kind of treasure hunt I want to do.
Don't want to do?
Don't want to do.
Right. So you're trying to say you don't like the beacon star?
I don't know how to say it without saying. It's kind of like when you're breaking up with someone. You don't want to say, I don't like you. Can I leave now? You just more say, like, maybe this isn't compatible. I try to do the nice thing.
Well, I would counter with that and say, I like the beacon star because if you solve it, you know you're correct before you would go boots on the ground. It's not like Forrest Fenn's poem where you can go 1,500 places and wonder if you're right. At least if it's cracked, you know where you're going. You go with confidence, as they say. When Forrest said the person who figures out I'll go with confidence, I don't think he was being legitimate there, but that's without knowing.
I just want to say, Packer Jack, you know what? You get the President's Award for, I'm not going to say what's happening on Discord right now, but yeah, there's a guy named McCracken, and there's Oh my God, he's so funny, but I can't. My brain's breaking. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
No,
And for
how is
any of
that entertaining though? How is that fun?
the Beacon Star?
Yes.
Oh, I think so. Because when you solve, it's very gratifying when you solve something. I think when you solve one of the puzzles, you're like, that's the answer. That is satisfying to me. But I understand it's different. It's a different flavor, then it's not for everybody. I get it. I understand it. Some people want a ambiguous poem that
You
gets
know
them,
what's so
gives them an
funny?
excuse to go to the outdoors. I get it.
You know what's so funny is if you were to categorize us, I'm your category and you're my category.
In what category is that?
Like I have more official schooling. I've taken an advanced. I've taken a intro to statistics, undergrad.
Well, then,
I've taken a graduate level and PhD level statistics, and I don't wanna. And you have not, but you enjoy it so much. You have more knowledge and enthusiasm than like I've taught at a college level statistics.
well, how did you get through it if it's so boring and stuff? And I agree. I don't think I could do the math part of it. I like the thought experiment. The thought experiment of a million doors is
You know what? I checked
oh,
the
of course.
box when it came to stats,
Yeah.
accounting, finance. I checked those boxes. I got through those classes. I partnered. They did a lot of group work. I partnered with those people when I got into management, marketing, organizational behavior, workplace psychology. Oh, loved it. And that's where the quant people were like, what you said when we were talking about interviews. And I'm like, how would you interview someone? You're like, I would ask if they have the knowledge of the, and I'm like, no. How do you know they're going to get along in your group? What are their norms? Do they get up? Are they a morning person? Are they, and you're like, who cares about any of that? Like, do they know this code and this program? And we're just so different. It's so funny.
Well, Huli says, what made you pick your major? Although she said, I got it. So maybe you just explained it a little bit.
No, I really liked business, but I liked the human side and understanding marketing.
You're more of a people person. I get it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm more of a math person, although I don't know the math in this particular case. But I like the thought experiment that, now I understand it. Now I'm like, but that she had to be the one to prove it. And everybody thought she was wrong, I think is interesting too, for sure.
Well, it's because she's a woman in the 80s in mathematics. I mean,
right. They really slammed her. I mean, I watched this little mini documentary that was on YouTube. And then she did the talk show round. She was on like David Letterman and all these different things. But this problem, I think, is what made her really popular with people because they all apologized. The PhDs, finally, they had to eat a little crow and apologize to her and go, you were right. There was a bunch of math PhDs at MIT that said, we're having a lot of fun with this problem, but we concede that you are correct and we were wrong. So for anybody that wants to know the math, this is a very easy way to explain it when you only have three. Whatever door you choose, if you chose the door, if you stay, you win. If you switch, you lose. If you choose a door, but it was the other door, and you can see it's more than double. If you switch, you're right more than double the amount of many times. This is a way I guess you could figure it out. This is every possibility.
Right. And that's the thing that you do when you have to really take it to an extreme. You have to just write out every single possibility. When my students can't get something like how many times will you get heads? And that's what I went to. Heads.
Right.
And people will go, well, heads and tails, it's every time. Right. But heads, three times in a row, like when we go to roulette, is much less likely than heads, tails. Then you can go heads, tails, heads. But heads is less likely. Heads is less likely. Heads is less likely. And we can get into the statistical. I'd say stop. Don't even worry about the statistics. Think about, oh my gosh, there's 700 heads in a row. Come on,
But the streak happens even in a random event that's like heads, that's red or black on a roulette wheel, and there's the zero, so it's not actually 50-50. But there's streaks. I see them every day in the casino, and it's like ride the streak. That's all I know. But Huli says all I know is switch, and that's right. But the important part with the Monty Hall thing is it's not random. He's not randomly eliminating a door. The rule is he can only eliminate the door where the car is not.
Okay, so you go boots on the ground, and then you switch.
Right, to another state because you were wrong. That's right. So what's the statistical probability that 9 Mile Hole is where the treasure chest was, Kate?
100%.
Oh, you heard it here first. Okay, so that's the
No, I
Monty
already
Hall
blew
problem.
up Discord. Discord is melting down. I'm trying to be
I
okay with
still, yeah, I can't get in there. I can't do it. Can't do it.
it.
Is there also a Wayne Brady problem? Is he the one doing it now? Yeah, I knew somebody was still doing it. Drew Carey's doing Prices Right, so it probably is Wayne Brady. Yeah. Okay, so that is the Monty Hall problem. Randy probably already knew about it since he said, "Is that what this is?" I just thought it was interesting with the doors, Beacon Star doors. But now let's get on to Beacon Star Thursday, and that is Treasure Warrior says you switch because you could be holding the dead choice. The other choice survived the elimination. You have a better chance to switch every time. Exactly. It's just I couldn't visualize it until somebody said, "Well, think of a million doors. You pick one," and they eliminate every other one but one.
No, they said Monsters Inc. That's a cartoon. You're into cartoons. You're a kid. You're like 13 at heart forever. It's all about imagination, and this is nothing about statistics. Imagination, that is your takeaway, people. Where's your Beacon Star shirt?
Yeah, good point. You probably have it somewhere. Okay, everybody, let's go to Randy's video. Randy posted a clue video last night, or more of a clarification video, as he called it. 7-day Discord.
No, he's giving away the farm. He's giving away the farm.
What does 7 day mean? 7-day Discord link.
I have no idea. In 7 days, it's going to explode. In 7 days, Jack's going to give the answer. In 7 days, Ben is going to give the answer. In 7 days, I don't know.
Yeah, yet he's like, "Yay, let's talk about the Beacon Star."
I'm so excited.
So Randy gave a clarification video, and it means a couple of things to me. Yeah, I don't have any inside information, everybody.
He totally does. He talks to Randy like 3 or 4 hours a day. You guys should hear it. It's awesome.
In 7 days, it won't work. Are they taking Discord down? I don't know what that means.
The link won't work in 7 days.
Does that mean if you're not registered, you can only do it for 7 days, like temporarily or something?
No, I think what she's saying is here's the link, but in 7 days, if you come to this video, because people watch our videos years on end, then it won't work. So Holy has to go back as head moderator to every single chat that she puts a Discord link in, and every 7 days put a new link in for the rest of her life.
Wow, is that what it is, Holy? And Holy must do it because she loves it. That's all I can say. Okay, so
she loves all of us.
So Randy made a video. Let's get on point, for God's sake.
Hey, come on. Stop it.
Randy made a video where he showed us what the rules are for counting. What the rules are for counting words. About time, Randy. About time. Book's only been out, 4 years?
He's trying to tell you guys how to count. You guys are pretty clueless. I mean, come on.
Well, but it's not how to count. It's how he counts. And he's the one who created the puzzle, so he's the one that matters. It's how he counts, which means it's how we should count. So it means a couple of things. Yeah, sorry for the side circus. I still don't know what she's talking about. It's on Castle Rock. Castle Rock, Colorado has the Beacon Star.
I have family there. I can go tomorrow. No, day after tomorrow.
Castle Rock from Stephen King? What? Anyway. So that means a couple of things, in my opinion.
Hillary's here, and we got to talk about Hillary's hint. That's not a hint. We need more hints. Okay.
Hey, what's up?
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
3D Bronze says, K-Pro, I think it's your turn to go on a Playboy rant. Well, Mike tries to keep the stream on.
I got to show you. I
got you, 3D Bronze.
Okay, I got to show you what I got, what magazine I got today. Go ahead.
This may be a 3-hour video, but I'm going to get through it, everybody.
Okay, you guys ready? Mike's like, I have magazines now. Are you guys ready? This is what women do. Are you ready?
What'd you get? Real simple secrets to a clean home. Oh.
It's how to organize and clean your home. And look, they have all these secrets.
Well, if you guys look behind me, we definitely need that. I mean, we have stuff everywhere that we need to go through. So
they're Playboys. Okay.
No, these aren't. These are comic books. The Playboys. Oh, these are Playboys. That's true. But all the Playboys are in the garage. You know what they say, everybody.
Okay. You know what this is actually used for is I'm going to do this, and I'm going to smack you right in the head when I get home.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
All right. Well, hey, I got some things organized. Look down here. See all these bins? I got stuff put in bins. We just have to go through it and price it all. But I kind of separated it.
Whatever. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so Randy's clarification video. What it means is we do, in fact, have to count. So a lot of people are, I mean, I think we knew that, but at least this confirms it. So we have to count these messages that we get in each of the locations, whatever the plaques are, whatever the inscriptions are. We have to count those. And he's given us the rules on how to count them, right? So that's the first thing. Second thing is he says about the year dash number. He says, I think it only occurs once, which means he's talking about the locations. It only occurs once.
Right.
There it is. There's the video, and it doesn't expire. There is the video here. I'll put it in there as well.
I do not think Mike is drunk. I don't care what you guys say.
There's a link to it too. Yeah. Are you sick, K-Pro? Hillary says.
I'm a little under the weather.
Beacon Star. Sorry.
Uh-oh. I hear no sound.
That's okay.
Oh,
hang on. She's sick of the Beacon Star. There we go. I can't.
No, I'm just really into. I hate to say. I hope I'm not disappointed, but I really hope Xavier Marks. I'm kind of fixated on, and I was really upset that they dropped some hints, and I didn't have the book here, and I made my kid go through each of the books because I anagrammed, and I found a perfect anagram, and I really thought it was it, and.
Yeah, Hillary, Xavier Marks is pissing me off too. It's not as easy as it looks, everybody. Or we're just missing the easy thing, I guess. Maybe it is easy and we're all overcomplicating it. But got a lot of people reaching out to me. They know right where it is, but they sure can't tell me anything from the book that leads them there. So I don't know. Yeah, Randy went to the other. That's a good one, 3D Bronze. Okay, so as I was saying, what his clarification video means is we do, in fact, have to count, like a book code or an Ottendorf. Question is, what do we count? What are the numbers? So we have poems that refer to a location, and we have bricks, right? But, and here's the, it's not breaking news, but here's a thought. The clue before this one, the D&D map on the graph paper, you remember that when we went through it? We explained it. Big shout out to I'm not going to be Spaghetti, Davo, everybody that was in that Zoom. I know I'm missing somebody that solved it.
Now, the one person you've now made an enemy of. Good job.
That I missed. Yeah, that's right. Father Terry. There was a couple of people, I think. I just can't remember.
Father Terry. You forgot Father Terry. How dare you?
Grand Adventure winner. That's right. Not just Brian Poppelman. Grand Adventure winner, Brian Poppelman. Okay. All right, John. Well, first thing you have to do.
There should be like a GAW, like at the end, CPA, it should be GAW. Grand
So the first thing you have to do if you want the Beacon Stars, you have to look in the description of this video, and there's a link to Amazon. That's where you order it. The book is the big $7. So you probably order two and give one away. You probably should order two because you can read one, and then the other one you put notes on.
You can rip one apart like Mike did. Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah.
So what I was going to say is if we go back to the hint he gave a couple weeks ago, the message to that hint when they solved it, the message was boots on the ground first, then page 49 to apply to bricks. You remember this, K-Pro? And there was a little discrepancy because we're like, what do the numbers mean? We know the numbers mean bricks. Does it also mean a different word? We're still not sure.
Different word. I don't know.
But we do know it means boots on the ground first. So that makes sense. You go boots on the ground first, descriptions, right?
I do remember that.
But if then you go to page 49, that tells me that we're not using the numbers around the bricks.
That's the one that goes like this?
Yes, that's the Fibonacci sequence or the golden ratio.
Fibonacci.
So if we go boots on the ground first, then we go to page 49, and page 49 says herein lies the key. I think those are the numbers we apply to these inscriptions, this text. I don't think it's the numbers in the bricks. Does that make sense to anybody? If it was the numbers in the bricks that we had to apply, why would we go to page 49, then apply to the bricks? What does page 49 got to do with it? Does that make sense to anybody? Boots on the ground first, right? You go to the 10 parks and you get the 10 inscriptions or plaques. Then page 49 to apply to bricks. And that's the part that's throwing me off. Page 49.
I agree, Mike. Sassy agrees with you, and I said it 1 second before her. Me and Sassy agree with you.
Mm-hmm. Well, then the trick is, of course, what do we do with page 49, right?
What do we do with 49?
So for anybody who...
I'm with Nomadic Man. What are we talking about?
Page 49 is this guy, right? But see, here's the real kicker, and forget about the big block of code. Page 49 is here. It says, herein lies the key. The problem is, to solve page 49, you also have to solve this flower of life thing. And that's going to be a real kick in the zucchini if that's the case, because nobody knows what to do with this thing.
Wait, why are we kicking zucchinis? What is wrong with that? What?
It says herein lies the key, and it shows the golden ratio, which is Fibonacci numbers. But then it has a picture of this, which is this page 61. So do we have to figure this out, and then we go back to the bricks, and then, but do we apply the inscriptions to this, and then it's a two-step process, and we were all trying to just use the brick numbers on the inscriptions, which is wrong. Randy told us in the other hint it's wrong. You go boots on the ground, then you go here to this page, to page 49. But what would we? I don't understand what we're supposed to do, which I guess is the trick. Which is, I guess, is why we need to do a zoom on the.
So here's the hard part for me. This has been out what 126 years, or like I don't know, the Titanic, because it's been out forever.
How long? A couple years.
Yeah. Well, when Rose at the end says it's been 84 years, yeah, it's been that long with this one. Now he just gave out some super hint, and you, the super tech guy, stats guy, you and Brian and everyone else, you don't have a clue. You don't know.
You guys should schedule another Beacon Star meetup in Denver for sure. They did one last year, if I remember right. No, actually, it's probably not.
All you guys are losers. What do you mean? You're not even close. He said you're losers. Go away.
That's nice. It wasn't last year, I don't think, because of COVID. Maybe was it before the pandemic, the meetup? I think it was. So that could have been 2 or 3 years ago. But anyway, the pandemical.
At least with Forrest, you get $2 million, and it was a crappy ending. I actually think this would be
hashtag KPro. Okay. But except we didn't get $2 million. Only Jack. Even Jack hasn't gotten $2 million yet. You know what I mean?
Oh, whoever wins Beacon Star, I'm suing just based on principle.
Randy or the finder?
All of them, everyone. I'm suing Forrest based on Beacon Star, and I'm suing.
If I find it, I'm going to rehide it, and I'm going to do an auction website and see if anybody wants.
Oh, and I'm suing Tinkerbell. If you can sue Taylor Swift, I'm suing Tinkerbell.
Now, Sassy says it's telling you 1, go boots on the ground. I agree. 2, go to page 49. 3, use the Fibonacci sequence to order the brick numbers. Oh, that's interesting. So it is the brick numbers we use on the inscriptions, but the order is from page 49. It does say apply to the bricks. So how would we do that? How would we use the Fibonacci numbers to order brick numbers?
Page numbers of where the bricks are?
I don't know. Because if we go here, I like it, Sassy. That could be it. But if we just take the first one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 8 numbers and bricks for each poem, right? 8. Is it just what would we do with the Fibonacci to order it? I don't. Yeah, I guess that's the trick, isn't it? I guess that's why nobody's been able to figure it out for so many years, because we've got to figure out what it is. How would you use Fibonacci numbers? I mean, the Fibonacci in that page is in a spiral. So I guess you could say these numbers spiral a little bit from inner to outer, right? But, I mean, do you just add like the Fibonacci numbers to each number? 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, etc. And is it all 8 brick numbers? Because these we know were a code in and of themselves. But I guess even though they are, we still would use the numbers for something, right? Yeah, I don't think Randy's going to answer. Ask Randy if my statement's correct. I don't think he's going to answer. So, Xavier Marks.
Randy's the problem with all this. Why can't you just throw hunts like other people do?
So, yeah, basically we have 2 treasure hunts that I think are that people should probably get into if they're looking for something other than Forrest Fenn.
I say 3.
Xavier Marks are the 2.
There's 3.
What's the third one?
Which ones did you say?
Xavier Marks and Beacon Star.
What about the Utah hunt?
It's over, isn't it? What Utah hunt?
It just started. No, the Nevada Triangle. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, legend has it. You're right. There's another one. I forgot. We just did it last week or 2 weeks ago.
Well, and
Beacon Star, Xavier Marks, and legend has it.
And we were asked about why aren't we promoting the Jenny Kyle 13 cast? We just don't know a lot about it. They never reached out. It sounds cool. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't think just because we don't mention it, I won't say it's something wrong. Some of them we don't mention because there's something wrong with it. But that one, there's nothing wrong with it. But there's 3 hunts that I think, and probably that one as well. I just don't know enough about it.
John Tidor says, I just ordered the book and realized the lantern I ordered last year never was confirmed. It's like Christmas sometime next month. So I was on the Reddit page. The Beacon Star does have a Reddit page. It's just not too many people are there. And was that you, John? There was somebody on there from the UK that said, hey, I just ordered the Beacon Star. Can these locations be found online? And I was like, yeah, you can find them online. So any of our UK members of the Treasure Hunting Amusement Park, reach out to me and K-Pro if you ever want us to go boots on the ground.
And if you're going... If you are in the UK, there's going to be a UK meetup that Packer Jack is heading up. How do you like that?
Is that right? Is that breaking news? New Texas hunt and a new hunt in Lancaster, Pennsylvania coming up. All right. That's awesome. Let us know the details if you have them. So, yeah, that is the question at this point on the Beacon Star is how do we use page 49 on the bricks? Or... yeah, I guess that makes sense, Sassy. You use page 49 on the brick number somehow. But when you say order them, and that is the key, isn't it? No,
you're breaking his brain.
What's
just
a 200K hunt? I don't know about a 200K hunt. Do you?
I should buy the book.
Making stuff up, Nomadic Madman. This is it's about a $10,000 treasure hunt. Maybe it's $8,000, $8,800, somewhere around there.
I don't think any of them are in the hundreds. That's over, Nomadic Madman. That died with Forrest.
Yeah, pretty much. Until the next crazy person that wants to come out and lie to everybody about his poem.
Until what was it? Tumble Bear Load comes out and all the crazy haters and more crazy people.
Yeah. That's true. So I'm going to look into it, meaning the Beacon Star. So those are the 3, I'm going to work on. I have the Beacon Star, I have Xavier Marks, and I have Legend Has It. And all 3 of those are good hunts. Legend Has It does have a cipher in it, by the way, but we think maybe it's solved.
What hunt is 200K? No, I don't think there is one. No.
Nomadic Madman spreading rumors. Now there's Professor F cracked. In my opinion, that's too hard. I'm not trying to get 12 words for a wallet, but Professor F's out there. The Wonderland one is still going. I haven't got into that one. Masquerade, Jenny Kyle's doing the Masquerade hunt on her website. I don't have any details on that. These are the 3 that I think people should work on, in my opinion, if you're looking for something else to work on. Beacon Star, Xavier Marks, Legend Has It. Those are. And
here's the hard part about Xavier Marks. I feel like we're cracking stuff. And like the new hit came out and it was like, yep, I can crack that. What is that? But there's something we're all missing.
No, the secret, that's too old, Hillary.
It's not what there's too many illegal things. Like, I believe we know one of them. I talked to the parks and they're like, oh, it'll cost $10,000 to be able to get this. And it's like, it's a $1,500 thing. No, for me, no.
Madman says, when's the Forest Fen treasure hunt ending? Never, basically. No, it's not in the fountain, Sassy. Well, it could be, I guess, but I doubt it. But anyway, yeah, I just thought it was interesting.
We have, did you hear about Johnny?
No.
So yesterday was the last day to actually order a tin, and there were still 2 X's. And he did something smart. He said, everybody order, but I'm only going to make it has to ship out on a particular day due to the contest rules and legalities. And I know some people just slap something up and do whatever, but Johnny said, I have lawyers involved, etc., and it has to be postmarked and all that. Well, he made under the amount, let's say it was 1,000. I have no idea what it is. He had 1,000 orders. Well, he only made 800 because he didn't want to have some remaining, and then one of them remaining actually have the X in it. So a lot of people are mad because it was sold out, and he's like, sorry, you waited till the last day.
Sorry, Charlie. That's right.
And you know what he said? You know what his goal was, right? How many tins was his goal?
250,000?
175,000.
Oh, okay.
He said he was tremendously under that number. He has not said what it is. I've asked him.
How are you going to sell 175,000 Tims? I mean,
he did it over 6 months, and he
realistic
was,
to me, but
so
yeah.
clever with. I mean, if anyone would have done it, it would have been him. He said it was such a letdown. So he won't be doing the second hunt. He's trying to do his best, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it just shows you can't make a full living. Somebody was just laughing about, I'm making a living being a treasure hunt originator. I feel sorry for the people that have 9-to-5 jobs. Well, yeah, you made like $4,000 this year and you're living off someone else. If you can make a living like that, okay. But I don't think it's realistic to anyone that says it's realistic to make a full-time job out of this. Johnny has shown it's not. Now, if you want to live off of someone and have them treat you like crap and you just have to kind of grin and bear it, sure. But I don't think it's realistic to say Forrest didn't live off of this. Johnny's not living off of this. Anybody else, unless you want to just eat your dignity. No, you're not making a living doing this. It's out of fun, guys. It's out of fun.
It's out of love or charity. That's right. Sassy, no, you're wrong. Hang on. Boop, boop, boop. There you go. Numbers count. Have you watched the video yet, Sassy? Yeah, numbers count. Randy is telling us how to count what we need.
Wait. Why are you in set? Because usually Sassy's right over you. Told you numbers.
Is that nanner back in your face? Numbers count.
Well, I say neener, Billy Goat, but isn't the entire video that Randy just did? He said how numbers count, and you have to count numbers.
I don't think Sassy watched it. I think she's just hearing about it for this. Yeah, she didn't watch it. That's what we need. Those are the rules we need.
Oh, you didn't watch it, Sassy. Oh no, numbers count, and you have to count numbers, and he tells you how to count the numbers, and he goes into, there's only one time that there's like years, and if there's a dash, you have to count that as one. Oh, this one I got to side with Mike, but it's only because she didn't watch it. If she watched it, it would be totally different.
But yeah, so he tells us how, like when there's a hyphen, you disregard it. It's in a number, and there's letters.
But if it's a word that has a hyphen, it's counted as one. Yeah.
And then he forgot to tell us right here. Check it out. If it's 16- plus, is that one word or two, K-Pro?
Oh no, it's one.
It's two.
It's two.
Yeah. So he's telling us how it works.
No, only if it's a video. I don't know.
No way to solve the beacon. Oh, I thought I was sharing that. Sorry. There's no way to solve it unless you have that.
Then he was like, you were in the chat going, I understand now. And Brian was like, oh, yes. And I was thinking, what the hell are you talking about? But all right, cool. If it helps you, if it helps all of you, yeah.
Well, it definitely helps. It's just, can we still crack it? I mean, I'm sure it's not that easy. This is what it's referring to.
Nothing's easy. This hunt.
He said it should last 30 years, right? He said a good treasure hunt should last 30 years. So he definitely made it diabolically hard. But that doesn't mean we give up. That doesn't mean we give up. It just means we keep making videos about it. That's all. Right? Yeah, that's true, Sassy.
Yeah,
all
the plat quotes right
I got to go through them all from scratch now, because some of them, there's still one that I'm not sure on, and I don't know if anybody else is.
Well, do you have a picture of it?
That's what I need to see. People were sending me the pictures of each one. If anybody out there this summer wants to send pictures, I could share it to everybody live to say this is what we think each.
Well, I know we put it on Thor so people can go and see each picture themselves.
If you can upload it, if you can upload the picture.
I can upload. I know how to upload.
Right, there you go, guys. Go to hintofriches.com. We have a Beacon Star group. It's just kind of dead. But yeah, if people would start actually.
Oh, and then there's a secret group because you guys got into the secret stuff. And then come on. There's like 9 people working on this. You don't need to be secret to one another.
Okay, so that's it. Thank you, Randy, for the hint video, or I should say clarification video, because we really needed that how many years ago, huh? But probably because everybody was getting it wrong, Randy finally I got to tell these people how to count. So, right? Okay, Pro.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I got to turn the air on. It's hot in here. What's going on?
Look what I have. See?
You got a ceiling fan? Yeah, I don't have a ceiling fan here at the command center. It's unacceptable. Yeah, Mary, I got that spreadsheet. Was it from you? Because I got the spreadsheet from somebody a long time ago, and I thanked them at the time. I don't remember who sent it to me. It might have been you. I'm not sure. And then there's the double secret probation group in Thor, but that's dead too. So.
Oh, we had a huge database on Thor. Okay, I didn't know. I know I'm a member, but I never look.
She's yeah. K-Pro's anti-Beacon Star.
No, I tried. I think it was actually when I was in Raleigh. I made a big, huge. I tried.
But we would go.
Well, you know, this is just like Sammy that will say, get on the get on the roller coaster that takes you upside down. I'll do it. I'm not enjoying it.
I won't. I don't do things I don't enjoy, so I wouldn't.
No, but I tried for you. I tried something I didn't
I appreciate
enjoy, because so don't make fun of me that I'm not involved in it now.
Hey, you need to solve Xavier Marks. Why did you not bring a book? Let's go. Anyway, just fan yourself with the Playboy magazines.
Oh,
that's right. Okay, everybody. I think that's it. Somehow we got through the hour. Thanks, everybody. We will do a Zoom on the Beacon Star. I don't know about tonight, maybe over the weekend or something. But yeah, it's now we know how to count, and now we know we have to apply it to page 49. And
do you know how to crawl before you can walk?
That's right. You got to count it before you can solve anything. So
it's just like the Forrest Fan Hunt. If everybody just shared, it'd be over. Like, wasn't Meeps and Czar going out? And what happened there?
They never said where or why or how or when. So
not okay. Not okay, you secret keepers. You need to come on and share all your secrets, Meeps and Czar. Come on.
Uh-oh. Sassy says she had a breakthrough on the Roman numerals.
Okay.
Proof or it never happened.
We need to talk.
Yeah. Okay. There it is, guys. And Legend has it. Have you looked at any Legend has it yet or no?
Yes, a little tiny bit. And some people say they saw some stuff, and
Hillary's like, wait a minute.
And I've heard it somewhere in the Nevada Triangle. I've narrowed it down.
There are so many variables. That's right. Treasure hunt cache. That's the trick, is trying to figure it out and narrow it down.
Okay, that's it. Goodbye.
Do you think Legend has a key is in an area requiring a permit fee pass to access? Did they answer that when they were on the show last Thursday? I'm trying to remember. I don't know if they answered that or not. So I don't know the answer to that. I'm not sure. I don't know where K-Pro went. Brick page. Now, who thinks if we solve the brick page and actually get the message from each of those locations, is it over or is it just another piece of the puzzle? I think it's just another piece of the puzzle. I don't think it would be over at that point. Be very interesting to see what the message is we get out of it, but where'd you go, K-Pro? I'm going to have to end it. Moon Knight is on Disney. I got to watch that tonight. Anybody Moon Knight fans? Marvel? Anybody? I watched Pam and Tommy on Hulu. That was pretty good. What? You have to have all the locations he went to in the story. Is that for Legend has it? I'm assuming. I don't know what you mean, Sassy.
Some people are already sharing some stuff on. They're starting to solve Legend has it.
Oh yeah, and Discord or where?
No, it's not Discord.
Oh.
I don't know. Are they I don't remember where.
Stupid triangle puzzle. That'll be the next hint he gives out, probably. You have to. Oh yeah. Well, it's not in the story. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's not really in the story. It's in the poems. I get it. I know what you're saying, Sassy. Do we have them all? That's the question.
Wait, Sassy said she had a breakthrough. We're going to need to talk about the Roman numerals, because that's what everybody, I think, is focused on. Is everybody thinks they have some part of it, but it's not totally broke. When that breaks, I got to get on a plane. That's why I save up my miles. Come on, plane.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I'm sure we'll be doing Forest Fen Treasure Found, and look for another Storage Wars video. Maybe over the weekend we'll get to that damn garage and see the millions of dollars that are in there.
Millions.
I got the Conan comics up. If anybody's in the Conan the Barbarian comics, email me because they are for sale.
For $30,000.
Over 300 comics. So, all right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.